It's clear the real undisputed champion in social and financial talk is Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
You know, Obama left because another fantastic jobs report came out.
The last lap is on you, Bill. Think about this. 200,000 jobs created. How about this? We lost 252,000 full-time jobs to get those 232,000 jobs. And worse, we gained 437,000 lousy part-time jobs, mostly minimum wage. No, the last lap is on you.
Only Phil Grande delivers business and financial news with an insider's perspective on Wall Street and the economy.
You're going to keep trying to push these banks higher, offset what's going on. And the earnings are all driven by, of course, stock buybacks. So you got all this stuff going on, which makes for a perfect storm.
That's the one and only Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
Join me weekdays at 3 p.m. for the best in social and financial talk. That's weekdays every day at 3 p.m. here on philsgang.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy. They do their homework. They look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. Interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding care, and the generosity of the public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Boy, the news has not been good lately. You know that 62% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 24% of Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings. Or how about this one? Adults under the age of 35 currently have savings rates of negative 2%. Wow. We need to set up a game plan. We need to get you back into the financial markets in a very positive way. And we can do that. Just join philsgang.com. We're here to help you. It's only $49.95 a month. That's it. You're going to be investing in yourself. That's what. And you got all the Phil's Gang material archived. You got classrooms. You got support. There's nothing like it. So as this market continues to go higher, not because things are good, not because the economy is doing well, because of all this stimulus, you're missing one of the best opportunities to put retirement money away now. Sock it away now. But you got to learn how to do it. Check us out. That's philsgang.com or give us 600-4264. Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. A lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264.
Obama can't let the stock market go down. You lied about Benghazi. You lied about the AP. You lied about the IRS. You lied. Stop coming out here as a salesman. What's about is personal responsibility and education. Go to any supermarket, go to any store. My God, they got people that are 90 years old pushing out the carts. The last time I was in a supermarket, I took the old man, I put him in the cart. And I wheeled him to my car with the groceries. What have we gotten for stimulus? Trillions of dollars of stimulus. What have we gotten for? $3 trillion directly into the stock market. Lied to everybody, said we're doing that to create jobs. Pelosi tells you, go home. You're job locked. I don't blame he's taking a vacation, but stay home and rent some videos. So I care about your financial stability and making money in the stock market. For the best of business news, social, and financial talk, join me, Phil Grande, at Phil's Gang Show, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Listen live at philsgang.com.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on devices, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Wall Street Radio Network with your host, Phil Grande.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
And that's Donald Trump, and he is running for President of the United States. The only thing that makes sense is that he keeps hitting it right on the nose. He keeps hitting it right on the button. He keeps talking about manufacturing. He keeps talking about manipulation of the currency, our trade deficit. Remember, our trade deficit is a result of this currency manipulation, which costs us 6 million manufacturing jobs. Most people don't know that. Every time we hear this kind of nonsense,
manufacturing has had a very good comeback.
We've made enormous progress over the last several years in revitalizing American manufacturing. American manufacturing come roaring back.
The number of manufacturing jobs in America hasn't gone down, it's actually gone up.
It goes straight to that jobs problem. You know, since 1990, manufacturing accounted for 20% of our GDP, manufacturing jobs. Today, it's only 10% of our GDP. So we've gone from making things to asking if you'd like large fries with that.
That's right. Anyone that tells you manufacturing is coming back, that we have a manufacturing revival, is lying to you. Well, that's nothing new. That's, of course, the president, and that's in Wall Street. Of course they're lying to you. It's not going to happen. Trump has it right. He knows that you cannot bring manufacturing back to this country. You cannot create good manufacturing jobs ever unless we stop China from manipulating its currency. When they manipulate the currency, we have a trade deficit. Trade deficit means we lose jobs. We lost this currency. This is crazy. So he wants to change that. That makes sense. So none of what these guys say about manufacturing coming back is true. Example, yesterday, one of the most important economic numbers came out, the Empire Manufacturing Number. Now, that identifies the strength or weakness of manufacturing in the United States. Now, it measures New York State, because that is a big place. When you measure New York State, you pretty much got a handle on the whole country. And the number of manufacturing jobs and the manufacturing orders came out yesterday. It's a disaster. A disaster. Factory orders have plunged 8 months in a row. That's a losing streak we have not seen since the Great Recession in 2008. What are you, nuts, for these guys to come out and say, oh, manufacturing's coming back? A bold-faced lie. Just like you can keep your doctor if you like it. You can keep your health care. These guys, there's nothing they won't lie about. Now, our manufacturing is in trouble, real trouble. The reason is we get a lot of our manufacturing goods produced overseas, where it's cheaper. We produce them overseas rather than producing them here. Makes sense. Example, New York State. Take New York State alone, manufacturers. The manufacturers in New York State, they outsource 6,430 jobs to China to make bookbinders. We had 6,430 people working in these companies, manufacturing companies in New York State, making $25 to $30 an hour with their health care and so forth. They lost their jobs. 6,430 lost their jobs. They went to China. They're shipping everything to China to make the bookbinders over there. Another 2,300 jobs. I'm talking about New York State now. Outsourced. These people lost their jobs. Their manufacturing in New York State were timing devices. So these timing devices are no longer going to be manufactured in New York State. They're shipped to China. And that's not going to stop. As long as we have currency manipulation, it's not going to stop. We're going to keep losing jobs. But at least Trump nailed it. He nailed it when he said he at least addressed it.
China comes over and they dump all. I buy it. Because frankly, I have an obligation to buy it. Because they devalue their currency so brilliantly. They just did it recently, and nobody thought they could do it again. They got away with it again. And it's impossible for our people here to compete.
That's right. Now, he's got it right. You got to stop the current manipulation of the currency manipulation. Now, Bush and Obama never had the guts to stand up to China. They don't stand up to manipulation. They don't tell them to stop. Therefore, we have a trade deficit of $550 billion, meaning we buy $50 billion more goods than we sell overseas to China. Now, that's crazy. So, because we are selling or buying $550 billion more in goods that we manufacture, that means back here we say to 6 million people back here who are in a factory, sorry, you lost your job. Because you're manipulating currency, we can't compete. We can't send our binders and sell our binders over to China because it's too expensive. Nobody's going to buy our binders. No one's going to buy our tires. Nobody's going to buy our bicycles. Nobody's going to buy any of our stuff because their currency, when they manipulate it, our bicycles are too expensive. Our bookbinders are too expensive. And we just accept it. So what we do is we import more of their goods. And therefore we have this deficit, which, by the way, we have to. How do we pay? We borrow money from them. This is crazy. And we say to 6 million people, sorry, you lost your job. So this revival, this manufacturing revival that we keep hearing about is a lie. They keep pumping this narrative. It's just a total lie. See, politicians know one thing. People don't have a clue. And you asked anybody, what is a deficit? They wouldn't be able to tell you. What is a trade deficit? They wouldn't know what it is. Most people have no clue what it is. They'd have no idea what it is. Nor would they care. So politicians know that. Nobody's paying attention to it. And nobody, if you said to somebody, why are we losing, you know why we're losing 6 million jobs? Because we're buying more stuff from China than we're selling them because they manipulate their currency. We can't sell our stuff to them. Our stuff's too expensive. Most people would look at you, what are you talking about? I never heard that. So see, the politicians can just lie. See, you got to go back and really take a look at this thing. This country, you have to take a good look at it to really see, can we ever have manufacturing here again in this country, or is it over? Is it over?
When was the last time anybody saw us beating, let's say, in a trade deal? They kill us. I beat China all the time. All the time. When did we beat Japan at anything? They send their cars over by the millions. And what do? When was the last time you saw a Chevrolet in Tokyo? It doesn't exist, folks. They beat us all the time. When do we beat Mexico at the border? They're laughing at us, at our stupidity. And now they're beating us economically. They are not our friend, believe me. But they're killing us economically.
And he gets it, but nobody else does. None of the other people running, well, they may get it, but they don't want to tell you the truth. We'll be right back.
For more information on this show, go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. Thanks to Phil. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year, I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this 2 months than I have in my years of doing all my different stuff, and I want to say thank you.
Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information on the philsgang.com, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264.
Hi, philsgang.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best deal, and they find it at philsgang.com and Interactive Brokers.
Professional investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB Universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology. Go to Interactive Brokers and improve your returns today.
philgang.com chooses interactivebroker.com. Check out Interactive Brokers for more information. Be sure to tell them Phil Grande sent you. That's interactivebrokers.com.
If you want to generate extra income or basically secure your financial future, you should join philsgang.com and get the best investment education available on the market today. For only $49.95 a month, you'll have complete access to Phil's daily live webinar classes, alerts, educational videos, and much, much more. At philsgang.com, there are no contracts and no hidden fees, just straightforward, no-nonsense market investment knowledge that only Phil Grande can deliver. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Move over. TD Ameritrade and Scottrade. There's a new leader in the pack of the finest trading platforms in the country. That's right, Phil's Easy Trade platform, designed by professional traders, and is why it's so easy to navigate, so easy to execute, and includes the most important and advanced features that give both professional and novice traders the edge they would expect. So simplistic, so to assist you in building your profit center. For information on Phil's Easy Trade platform, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG.
That's right, folks. philsgang.com now offers a stock trading and investing. This unique platform is fast and designed for performance with the integration with PTT1 and PTT2 stock charts. It will also be tailored to the way that Phil's Gang teaches you in class. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Here at Phil's Gang, we understand the ghosts of 2008 and 2009 hang over all investors. In a recent banking analyst report, studies show the reason people are not investing in the stock market is a greater need for financial education. At Phil's Gang, we are your #1 provider of financial investing education techniques. For over a decade, Phil Grande has been coaching, guiding, and helping people build a successful trading plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. People don't realize this, but financial education is in many respects the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
Build your investment confidence with Phil's Gang today with daily webinars, alerts, and educational videos. And all material is archived for your convenience. Put the investment ghosts in the past and start investing with Phil Grande and Phil's Gang today. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts. Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
And every day I tell you to go and check out the spiders. It's an easy way for you to invest. It's so simple. It's a basket of great stocks. If you take the S&P 500 stocks, it's the best stocks in the country, best companies in the country, give you a nice little dividend, low cost. It's a beautiful thing. It's the alternative to your 401k. All you need is to have somebody advise you as to when you buy it, you're making a profit, when you get out, so that you don't leave your money behind. How many times have you gotten hurt? You've made money, you thought you, all of a sudden the market collapsed and you didn't get out. Happen. Never again when you're a gang member, because we show you how to use the PT2. It's an easy way to invest. It's color coded. It tells you when to get in, when to get out. Check it out. It's the spiders, and then you have the PT2 that helps you. Easy to navigate. It's so simple. All we ask, if you make some money, just send some money to St. Jude. That's all we want. Check it out. Go to philsgang.com. Join the gang. It's only $49.95 a month. Try it for a month and follow us on the S&P 500, the spiders, on our PT2 chart, color-coded chart. Check it out. I want to check out something else, too. We were talking about Trump, and we're talking about his run and how he's the only one that gets it, that you got to go to China and you got to nail China and you got to say, stop it. I mean, think about this manipulation of currency. You make something here. Now, they're supposed to be our friends, right? China's supposed to be our friends. So let's say you have a friend in Europe, and you make some pencils, or a pen. You make a special pen, and you say to your friend in China, I'm going to send it over to you. Can you sell it over there? And you say, oh, yeah, sure. Well, what are the pens over there? What's the average pen like this? Oh, it'd be $20. Oh, good. So I manufacture. I hire 10 people. I manufacture these beautiful pens. I got 10 people employed. They're making a nice living. Now we ship the pens to my friend in China. And he said that the pens over there, similar pen, let's say, sells for $20. I ship him the pens, and now he says, I can't sell you. I tried. Well, you tried? Why? Well, what I did, I manipulated the currency. So your pen for 20, okay, everybody else here can buy the same exact pen for $3. Well, wait a minute, you're my friend. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you do this, Phil? Instead of being upset, I'll sell you goods. Oh, you're going to sell me goods to make up for this? Oh, okay, so I'll buy a lot of your stuff then. Yeah, but I don't have any money because I can't sell my pens to you. You manipulate the currency. No problem. I'll lend you money. Oh, you're going to lend me money to buy the goods? Aren't you my friend? That's exactly how this country operates. What are you, nuts? Nuke them. Nuke them. Are you nuts? This is crazy. So we're not going to get manufacturing back. It'll never happen. Not until we stop this. See, we became a victim of our own success. As immigrants came to this country and took jobs from the steel barons and the oil barons and railroad barons and the coal barons, the Rockefellers and the Carnegies, they worked for nothing, the immigrants. But finally, the unions came in. Finally, people started to make some money. They started getting wealthy. The working conditions got better. So the unions came in, made things better. People had money. So now all these immigrants started to demand services. They wanted services because they were making more money. Soon, we had such demand on services, we were pulling people from our factories to fill the services, to cut their hair, to be barbers, so forth. Take care of their food, restaurants, so forth. That's what happened. And soon the service industry employed more people than the manufacturing sector. And you know what? Financial service sector. By the 70s and the 80s, we weren't producing anything. Our productivity just dropped because of the unions. They forced these people, the employer, they had to pay so much money to the employees and give them pensions and health care. And as they say, they're making so much money, they wanted to live like the boss. So they were going and getting all the same services as the boss was getting. Soon, technology came out. Information technology. All of a sudden, businesses were talking with other businesses all over the world. Soon, they were outsourcing these jobs to China, Japan, everywhere. Wrangler Jeans, they're the first major company in America to leave the United States, went to China. Instead of paying $25 an hour here, paying health care, pension funds, all that stuff, they could get those jeans made for 15 cents an hour. No health care, no pension, nothing. Timing couldn't have been better. Timing could have been better. So as more and more of these factories were, and people, now again, a person had an education and college education, he could go, and as I say, we had technology come. And when technology came out, it hit at the same time the factory jobs were going down. But as long as people had an education, they could shift right into technology, and all these technology jobs absorbed all these people who were laid off. However, there was a whole group that couldn't get a job. These were the people who didn't have an education. These are the people who quit high school, left high school, went down to the plant, got on an assembly line, could get a pension, could get a $25 an hour job with no education. They're left out in the dust now. They had no education. They weren't being picked up by the technology, by information technology or any technology. In fact, 9 of the 10 service jobs paid such low wages that they put a worker supporting a family of 4 nearly in poverty. So most of these people ended up at fast food, healthcare, financial service industry. That was really booming. Manufacturing was gone. And finally, NAFTA came in and crushed what was left of the manufacturing jobs. So here we are today. With just 6.9 manufacturing jobs. We used to have 20 million. Will manufacturing come back? We'll talk about that when we get back. Join my gang, Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. It's clear the real undisputed champion in social and financial talk is Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
You know, Obama got is another fantastic jobs report came out.
The last lap is on you, Bill. Think about this. 232,000 jobs created. How about this? We lost 252,000 full-time jobs to get those 232,000 jobs. And worse, we gained 400,000 lousy part-time jobs, mostly minimum wage. No, the last lap is on you.
Only Phil Grande delivers business and financial news with an insider's perspective on Wall Street and the economy.
They're going to keep trying to push these banks higher, offset what's going on. And the earnings are all driven by, of course, stock buybacks. So you got all this stuff going on, which makes for a perfect storm.
That's the one and only Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
Join me weekdays at 3 p.m. for the best in social and financial talk. That's weekdays weekdays, every day at 3 p.m. here on philsgang.com.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive member SIPC. Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
$12 million to create a green job? What are you, nuts? That's what it costs. $12 million for one green job. 2,298 green jobs were created under Obama during his crony capitalism days. That is insane. He promised 5 million new green jobs. 26 billion gone. Join my gang so you know which stocks to buy.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Boy, the news has not been good lately. You know that 62% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck? 24% of Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings? Or how about this one? Adults under the age of 30, savings rates of negative 2%? Wow. We need to set up a game plan. We need to get you back into the financial markets in a very positive way. And we can do that. Just join philsgang.com. We're here to help. It's only $49.95 a month. That's it. You're going to be investing in yourself. That's what you need. And you got all the Phil's Gang material archived. You got classrooms. You got support. There's nothing like it. So as this market continues to go higher, not because things are good, not because the economy is doing well, because of all this stimulus, you're missing one of the best opportunities to put retirement money away now. Sock it away now. But you got to learn how to do it. Check us out. That's philsgang.com or give us a call 877-600-4264. Why aren't you using the spiders? Why are you paying 63% of the money you saved as a fee? 401k, you are paying in fees 63% of the money that you saved. That is crazy. Why don't you switch to the spiders? Join my gang, Phil's Gang, and do what millions of people do. Use the spiders. 500 best stocks in the world.
Find out more at philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 8264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts.
Our gross domestic product, a sign of strength, right? But not for us. It was below zero. Who ever heard of this? It's never below zero. Our labor participation was the worst since 1978. But think of it, GDP below zero. Horrible labor participation rate. And our real unemployment is anywhere from 18 to 20%. Don't believe the 5.6.
And he's right, but who's going to believe him? They're going to think he's nuts. Most people don't know what GDP means. They think it's a hamburger, a quick fry or something. GDP. They don't know what it is. Because why? No one talks to you about it. Now, why is it that our GDP, in other words, you add up all the values of all the things that we buy and services, and each quarter we can see how well we're doing. Now, the GDP, our economy doesn't grow. We don't continue to buy goods. We're not buying more goods and services every month, every quarter, because we don't have good jobs, because we're not saving money, because we have lousy paying jobs. Because why? Because we're sending all this stuff over to China and they won't sell it. We can't sell it over there. It's impossible. And every time the dollar goes up, we can't sell our stuff. Why do you think all our companies, IBM, Caterpillar, all those companies went down in the last 2 quarters? Because every time the dollar goes up, every time they tell us our economy is getting better, and that means every time they see the 10-year treasury go up, more foreigners dump their currency. They buy our dollars because they want to buy treasuries, because they want to sock money away to get 2.4% for 10 years. They're being lied to. They think our economy is really doing well. Well, they get hurt. The GDP, we're not growing. We should be growing 7%, 8%, but we're not. We're growing at average since 2008, a little less than 2% a year. Why? Because we have such a bad trade deficit. Why? Because of the manipulation of the sell our stuff over. That's got to stop. And when we have to buy $550 billion more than we sell, we lose more and more jobs. That's what's going on. But nobody's going to fix it. You can't fix it. Not what they're doing now. You can't. Nobody's paying attention to it. So what's happened? Instead of fixing it, we started to go to fast food jobs. So we started instead of fixing it and get our manufacturing jobs here and go to China and say, to hell with you. This has got to end. You can call our notes. We don't care. We owe you $1.2 trillion. So what? Go ahead. Call our notes. Let's see what you're going to do. You'll be back to rickshaws. That's what you'll be doing. You know, this thing, they're going to call our notes because they loan us the money. They take their currency, change it into dollars. They come over here and give it to the Treasury, and they give us a 10-year Treasury bill. We give them 2.4%. So we borrow our money. Why do we have to borrow money? Because we can't sell our stuff over there. So we're $500 billion in the hole. That's ridiculous. So we got to borrow money from them to pay our bills. We're $500 billion short. Ridiculous. So what do we do instead? We go, okay, China, that's fine. Don't worry about it, because we're scared. We're scared if we do something to you, if we threaten you to tell you to stop manipulating the currency, we're not going to let you we're going to stop everything here. We're not going to let you bring tires in here. We're not going to let you bring technology in here. Nothing's coming to the United States. We stop it today. That's it. No more. You're not going to bring stuff to the United States. You can't sell it here anymore until you fix this. What are they going to do? Threaten us? They're going to call our note. So what? Trump is the perfect guy. Because the banks went to him when he was going broke, and they said, we're going to call our notes. He said, great, go ahead. And he owed so much money, they couldn't. And that's how he got out of it. He owed so much money, they could not call his notes. So they had to work it out. That's the same thing here. Let Trump become the president. He'll say to China, the hell with you. Go ahead, call our $1.2 trillion. Years ago, the banks tried that with me. They backed down. You're going to back down too. Then we can get manufacturing back here. Once we break that, once we stop this manipulation of the currency, we can get manufacturing jobs back here. But instead, what did every president do who was gutless? Because they're politicians. You need a businessman in there. See, these presidents are all gutless. So what do? Instead of fixing it, as our manufacturing jobs were disappearing, also we had fast food jobs. They increased by 43%. Child care employment increased by 68%. What are you, nuts? Incomes for households were dwindling because they were no longer making $25, $30 an hour. They're making $12 an hour, $13 an hour. But no, they didn't have the guts. Then they said, well, go get an education. You need an education, get a good job. What a scam that was. So now every kid gets out of high school, they go and they get a student loan. Now they're living in the cellars or the attics of the house. They can't get a job. First of all, people The 60s and the 70 and 80-year-old people are staying at their jobs. They have to. They can't make enough money in retirement because their 401k is a scam. I mean, this whole thing's falling apart. So we need a guy like Trump right now, I think. I really do. Happened. Women left the factories. After World War II, women left the factories. They're making $55,000 a year. Oh, become a nurse. So instead of keeping our jobs here, telling China to go to hell, stop manipulating your money, or you can't sell us tires anymore. Instead, we tell the women who are working in factories after World War II, go become a nurse. So now they're making $25,000 a year becoming a nurse instead of the $55,000 a year in a factory. This is how we're handling it. This is crazy. This is what happened. So once manufacturing jobs, we had 20 million manufacturing jobs. Now we're down to 9 million manufacturing jobs. And remember, manufacturing is the engine that drove this nation, this powerful economy. And now we've been reduced to nothing. You don't have you go to every powerful nation. Look back in their history. Why were they powerful? Go back to Rome. Go back to Germany. Go back to all these countries, the most powerful countries in the world. Why were they so powerful? Not that they just manufactured goods and sold them somewhere else, but they made the machines that manufactured the goods that they sold somewhere else. But what do we hear on CNBC? Every time they report our GDP, our debt, our deficit, our trade deficit, say, oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. Our trade deficit is $500 billion, but look how much we're consuming. I go, what? Look how much you hear these morons on CNBC going, oh, this is a good month. Our trade deficit went from $500 billion up to $600 billion. This is good. Look how much we're consuming from Europe. That means we're really strong because look, all this stuff. No, you moron. The people that are strong are the people who are in China who are making the machines to manufacture the sweaters and stuff that they ship over here to Walmart. But they don't tell you that. It's just like the other night, that genius Bill Maher. Remember this?
They don't want to raise the minimum wage. They still want to get rid of Obamacare. They want to get rid of the Consumer Protection Bureau.
Yeah, let's get rid of it, Bill. Another liberal moron. Well, wait a minute here. The Consumer Protection Bureau, that was supposed to stop the banks from making loans to risky buyers? It hasn't. What's the president doing now? He's got everybody going to get an FHA loan. It hasn't worked out. Because why? Because the same guys who put together the financial protection are the same guys who got us into trouble. Dodd and Barney Frank. They're the same people who got us in trouble as the ones who put this new Consumer Protection Bureau together. They didn't know what the hell they're doing. And it was, guess what? It's just like the Trans-Pacific Partnership. That's not to help us, not help workers. That's all about helping their multinational friends, their buddies, the millionaires. That's what it's all about. It was the same thing with this deal. The Bureau was to help out and get exemptions for the hedge funds. That's what it was about. It was all about helping the hedge funds. So they wouldn't be required to fill out a 192-page. The cost would be about $100,000. No, it was all for them. Take care of them. This Consumer Protection Bureau has cost the mortgage industry a fortune, and now what we're seeing is less mortgages than ever before. People can't get a mortgage now. We'll be right back. Join my gang, Phil's gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Obama can't let the stock market go down. You lied about Benghazi. You lied about the AP. You lied about the IRS. You lied. Stop coming out here as a salesman. What's about is personal responsibility and education. Go to any supermarket, go to any store. My God, they got people that are 90 years old pushing out the carts. The last time I was in a supermarket, I took the old man, I put him in the cart. And I wheeled him to my car with the groceries. And what have we gotten for stimulus? Trillions of dollars of stimulus. What have we gotten for? $3 trillion directly into the stock market. Lied to everybody, said we're doing that's a great job. Pelosi tells you, go home. Your job locked. I don't blame him. He's taking a vacation, but stay home and rent some videos. Financial stability and making money in the stock market. For the best of business news, social, and financial talk, join me Phil Grande at Phil's Gang Show, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Listen live at philsgang.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang. So, check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. philsgang.com.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. Thanks to Phil. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year, I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading. I have learned more in this 2 months than I have in my years of doing all my different stuff, and I want to say thank you.
Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information on the philsgang.com, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Move over. TD Ameritrade and Scottrade. There's a new leader in the pack of the finest trading platforms in the country. That's right. Phil's Easy Trade platform, designed by professional traders, and is why it's so easy to navigate, so easy to execute, and includes the most important and advanced features that give both professional and novice traders the edge they would expect. So simplistic, so stealth-like to assist you in building your profit center. For information on Phil's Easy Trade platform, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG.
That's right, folks. philsgang.com now offers a stock trading and investing platform. This unique platform is fast and designed for performance with the integration with PTT1 and PTT2 stock charts. It will also be tailored to the way that Phil's Gang teaches you in class. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So here's where we stand. You still are facing retirement. You are not going to stop the aging process. You are not going to be able to live the lifestyle you became accustomed to because you're not going to be able to put enough money away. Because you're not going to have that power. You're not going to have that earning power because of what is going on in our country, because of our manufacturing jobs, our good jobs have now we got these lousy jobs, these lousy service jobs, these lousy hamburger joint jobs, waitress jobs. That's all we got for jobs. Now, when they tell us this drives me nuts. When they say this,
manufacturing has had a very good comeback.
Now,
Manufacturing has had a very good comeback.
Do you really believe that? When we have dropped from 20 million jobs to 9 million jobs because we can't sell our stuff overseas because they manipulate their dollar. That means that we now have to import more goods from them than we can sell to them. That has cost us the difference between 20 million and 9 million jobs. That's right. That's why we're down to 9 million jobs. But nobody's stopping that. Now, we are competing with China's 113 million people. We have 9 million people in manufacturing jobs. They have 113 million in manufacturing jobs. They get paid 81 cents. Ours, the ones who are left, they're getting $5 an hour. How are we going to compete? They have 11 million people working in manufacturing. They get $2.92 an hour. We get $25 an hour. Do you really believe people are going to ship their stuff to the United States to be built? Are you nuts? They're lying to you. So you don't have a pension anymore. You're in a 401k. You're really screwed because nobody's managing your money. Why should they? It's a 401k. It's not a pension. Who's going to manage it for you? The guy in your company is head of human resources? That's right. That's who manages it. He don't care. He gets paid on how much is in your account, not on what he makes for you. You have nobody looking out for your interests. So you've got to change. If you're waiting around for the manufacturing to come back, you're going to be waiting a long time. Even Trump, it's going to take him years to change this. But he's got, in the meantime, you've got to retire. You've got to do what's best for you. The 401k doesn't work. So why don't you try this? Right now, we are in the spiders. My gang's in the spiders. Why don't you join us? See how it works for a month. And you're going to see you don't need somebody helping you. You don't need a broker or planner. You don't need any of that stuff. You haven't got to know about margins or any of that stuff with companies. You just got to know, is it green or is it red? Take a look at my chart right now. We are shorting the market, meaning we're betting the market's going down. And as long as it stays green on this chart, what we do is an inverse. SH is the inverse. On our PT2, it's an easy way to manage your money. You don't need any help with it. If it's green, you stay. If it's red, you get out or sell it short. You can't do that with your 401k. You can't get out and sell it short. You get out and lose money. As a matter of fact, if the market is collapsing that day and going down 5-6% that day, you can't get out to the end of the day. That's the other bad thing. It's rigged. They won't at the end of the day. Why do you want that? Because you know why? Because they spend billions and billions of dollars to convince you that's what you want. That's the last thing you want. I'm not telling you to go get rid of it. I am telling you, check this out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Become a gang member. Learn how to manage your money using an easy system. That's the PT2 charting. Check it out. Everybody's doing it. We have gang members all over the country. Just try it. Now, I don't have billions of dollars to convince you, but I'm telling you, it works. It really does. Well, you know, what doesn't work is the Obama family. Something's broke with these guys. Something is wrong with them. Why are we paying today $128,000 for Michelle Obama to do a sightseeing trip in Venice? They go out and they speak like they're us. They're just like we are. They got the same problems we have. Here, people can't make money. They can't save today. People are having 2 and 3 jobs. Why? Because of Obamacare. Why? Because Obamacare has given companies the option to drop you below 30 hours so that they don't have to pay your health care. So now you need 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Some people, I got friends that have 3 jobs. While she's going out and spending $128,000 for a sightseeing trip. A sightseeing trip. What, are you nuts? Man, how about it? Remember his vacation to Africa? $16 million. Remember that? And his Christmas vacation to Honolulu and vacation to Martha's Vineyard. That alone was $1.1 million just for flying expenses. Remember they spent $44 million on travel expenses. $44 million expenses, 30 vacations since they've been in office since 2009. Is that right? No. While they tell us the economy is doing good, he's doing such a great job with the economy, then how come Gap is closing their 175 stores? 175 stores. Let's take a look at it on the chart. GPS. Now, if you had my PT2 chart, GPS, you put it up, and guess what? It would tell you that you would have gotten out of GPS. You put it up for a year, and you'll see, oh, what a beautiful thing. Even if you put it up, go back for 6 months, when it was at $44. When it hit 42, it would have told you something's wrong at Gap. To take your money out, but better yet, short it. It dropped from 42 all the way down to $37. You would have made money. using my PT2, that would have been a 12% return. So that 12% return would have started in right around March, the end of March, and right to now. So March, 90 days. 90 days, you would have had about a 12% return. Let's cut it in half. Let's say you got in later. Let's say you got a 6% return. What are you getting now on a CD? 1%? If you're lucky, 0.5%, more like less than 0.5% on a CD for a year. So all you have to know is when it changes from green to red, you switch your position. And then when the stock market goes down, you just put in a symbol like this, SH, enter, and there it is, SH. Now you see it's all green. That means the stock market is starting to fall. It's called an inverse. Check it out. This is the easiest way to manage your money. But I'm going to tell you, when we hear all this noise from Main Street, from Wall Street, it's all noise. None of it's true. Listen to this. You want to talk about noise? Listen to this. First they tell us this.
Housing has really been somewhat of a bright spot for the U.S. economy.
Boy, it's been a bright spot. Bright spot. Yeah, I'm so excited. It's been a bright spot. Then the next day.
Housing starts month over month came in as down 11%.
Wait a minute. I thought you said it was a bright spot.
Housing has really been somewhat of a bright
spots. It was on the cue card. Maybe the cue card was upside down. Who knows? You think these people on these shows know what they're doing? They read cue cards. So if you really want to know what is going on with housing, you go to my PT2 and you put in right here. It's really simple. You just put in, if you want, put in Toll Brothers. There you go. They're a builder. Okay, Toll Brothers. There you are. It's green right now. It's green. So as long as it's green, you stay. If it turns red, you get out and you short it. It's that simple. So you don't care what they're saying anymore. Does it really matter if you know now if they're lying about manufacturing or they're not lying about it, lying about housing, not lying about housing? It doesn't matter anymore because we have the technology today that's on your side. Because like an airplane doesn't know how high it is or how low it is. It doesn't know, the PT2 doesn't know if these people are lying or not. It doesn't matter. If it's green, you buy it. If it's red, you don't. Even it's automated. It tells you in my voice to stay or get out. It's so easy. My Lord. So anyways, Gap is now closing 175 stores. And you want to know another thing's going on? Withdrawals from 401k plans. They're exceeding their contributions. People are pulling money out of these 401ks because they're starting to learn it's all about expense. You know, I don't think that's fair. You save money your whole life to retire, and they take 63% of it to manage it. 63%? What are you, nuts? Check out Phil's Gang. Go to philsgang.com and then work the spiders with us. You'll love it. We'll see you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.